Hey, how's it going? I am a little goblin who likes to do makeup, and today we're going to do a warm colored goth look with some little gems, some pointy lips, and lots of talk of dressed. So let's get into it. All right, we're ready to go. My face is primed per the usual with my little e.l.f. primer over there. I like it because it's nice and light on my face. And this time we're going to be using some LA Girl White Foundation. I really like this brand because it's affordable and it has really nice coverage too. If you spread it around like a regular foundation and then you layer it a little bit, it's perfect. So I'm going to, oh, shoot. I'm gonna get my little sponge out of their water bath over here. Trusty towel. All right, we're gonna take it. We're gonna just bump little bits of it. And I am gonna do a little bit down my neck here, but I'm just gonna do like a little dot. I don't want it to string all over the place like I did the last time I did it. All right, take our little sponge here and just start dabbing around. I'm obviously going to have to add more. I think just by looking at the amount I've put on there, I might, but we shall see whether or not I do. It's got really nice coverage. I like it. There we go. All right, as you can see, I am much more pale now. I went ahead and gave myself a healthy dose of the e.l.f. HD setting powder while I was gone, just because I didn't want to deal with anything creasing or anything like that while I was talking, and it gave me time to dig out exactly what I was looking for my contour here. I wanted the makeupamurder, the Lost Signals palette. It's basically like grayscale, and I really like that because I like the fact that it's got warm and cool grays, which I apologize for the lisp whenever I put these stupid retainers in. It just everything goes. We're gonna manage, hopefully. If I have to suffer, you have to suffer. Anyway, so I enjoy being able to work with the warm or cool grays depending on what I'm wearing up here. It's also got little shinies and shimmeries up there. Super cool. Came with a gifted mystery box or whatever it is that they have. It had a lot of stuff in it, so I definitely recommend them. I've probably said that before, but you may have not been here for that. So, woohoo. But anyway, we're going to go in and I'm going to use this shade right here. And I'm just going to build up a little bit of a contour over here. Yeah, it's starting to show up. And I may use not the one directly next to it, but this one over here. Just a little bit. Lightly pat it around, do some swirls. There we go. It's building up a little bit without peeling too much away. Sometimes I like to pat it on there depending on what the foundation is that I'm using, whether or not it's going to peel away or not. I'm like slipping and sliding over here. I have one of those cross-legged chairs, but for some reason I sit backwards on it, whether or not my cat is in here trying to get up here with me. So I'm cross-legged backwards on the cross-legged chair. So I don't know how well it's actually doing me, but we're here. We're sitting. There we go. We got a little bit more built up there. Not looking bad. Gonna take a little bit more of that shade over there. All right. It's a little higher up on the other side. There we go. I'm left-handed, so sometimes I have a little bit of trouble showing both sides. I'm just like, yeah, I'm over here doing things. Don't worry about what it looks like. We're here. Okay, so we're gonna work on doing a little bit of an eyebrow here. So I have my Makeupamurder Murder House, and it is Deadly Sins. It's kind of like a orangey red. I thought it would be perfect for going with our warm color look here. And we're only gonna do half red, and then the other half I'm gonna fill in with the black. So I'm gonna take just a little bit with our trusty pointy brush. And I want them way up there, but at an arch. Yeah, there we go. Want our brows way up in the sky up there. It'll make it all the more devastating when you're disappointed. Come up over that arch. There we go. All right, that's where we'll finish with that one. And I'm going to bring this guy over to here. And I really should just shave my eyebrows off one of these days and just be done with it. These little nubs only like bring me some like solace. It's like, oh, I have eyebrows up there. I don't like have a completely naked face here, but they just get in the way most of the time. Can you tell that one of them's a little thinner than the other one? Maybe. I can. So we're gonna fill it. Well, that was a terrifying face. You're welcome. I fed you promises of talks of drow and snuck in facial horrors. Alright. I've got my KVD Black Briar black lipstick here, and I'm just going to clean this off with a little piece of tippy I have sitting up here. For those of you that aren't aware, that's toilet paper. Alright, and it doesn't really matter if you want to do the whole eyebrow red, you can. If you want to come in with the black, you can. It doesn't really matter where you put it. On the one over here, though, I'm going to do like this little pointy thing because it'll go with the theme of the rest of the makeup. So maybe we'll start over here with the interesting guy. There we go. Looks like a little thorny patch on my eyebrow. Then we'll fill in a little bit more of that black there. Bring it down just a little bit so you can tell it's like an arch. And go back in and just darken up the rest of this. There we go. And don't worry about the blend. I've got a little bit of eyeshadow. We're gonna do a little thing here in a minute. Take this guy. We're nice and surprised now. All right. We are finished with that, so I'm going to set those aside. I'm going to grab my trusty eyeliner here, and I'm going to go ahead and fill in the basic shape of the eyeliner because where the colors are is just in this little space on my lid, so I can go ahead and do the rest of it and then go in with my colors and everything because it just helps me see and visualize the area a little bit better there. So we've got our Anastasia Beverly Hills guy here. Everything's a guy, a thing, a girl, or whatever. It's just stuff. I'm just like, it's the first word I can think of. Doohickey. This little doodad here. All right. And we're going to grab. And I've got. We're going up over the little crease here. But I want to go just a little bit higher than that. So I get more eyeshadow room. There you go. You can see how high up I am there. We're gonna come in like we're doing a normal wing here from up under our eye. Drag it as far out as you can for this big old goth look here. And then we'll just, I did do a droop. So we're gonna come in. Keep the little sag. There we go. A little points up here. Feel free to add spikies wherever you would like as well. Whoop. Oh, there we go. Yeah, looks like little thorns. Go ahead and fill that guy in. Come up under. All right, and now we can start to fill in down here. What we're gonna do is make a little circle, C shape. Just like that. Give us plenty of room to play around with those colors. I'm gonna fill this spot in here really fast. That way I can properly see what I'm working with here. A little bit more on there. I'm running low. We'll have to get some more here. And just go straight across. Sorry, I keep putting my arm in the way. I'm sure that this was really interesting for you. I'm so sorry. I'll get better about paying attention to that. I apologize. I forget that you guys can't be like, hey, move, stinky. So, whoopsies. We'll focus a little bit better here. I even tried moving in more so that it would be more clear and everything. And then I'm just like, here's a hand. Enjoy my hand. But now you can at least see. It's looking nice, you know. The hand. And as I had said earlier, for Talk of Drist, I have been reading his series. I'm not entirely sure what you call it when there's like 40 books in the series, but it was my brother's favorite growing up, and I was like, man, that seems like a lot. I don't even know what D&D is, so like, whatever. He ended up getting me the start of the War of the Spider Queen series, and that was what I started reading. And Fran and Quenthel. Oh my god, that was such a good story. I really enjoyed those 6 books. And now that I'm reading the Driss series, I'm kicking myself for not doing it sooner because it's fantastic. I just finished Homeland and I'm in exile right now. And let me tell you, if anything happens to that panther, I will just cease to exist. I really will. Somebody's going to have to pay for that because I love him. I love him so much. And I love the idea of Drist kind of not feeling at home there in the Drow society and kind of being like an outsider. That is something that kind of resonates with me a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and connect down here all the way up there. Make sure it makes like one swoop there, and we'll come down. And I want it to kind of be spikes, but like way longer. So I want it to have this nice point on the end, and then come out just a little bit larger as we get closer to my eye. do one right here in the middle. Bring it down. There we go. See, it's all coming together now. We're just gonna fill in a little bit more on these here spikes. There we go. And the style of the books that I'm reading, they're like the 25th anniversary or something like that. And when I had initially bought them, I had only bought one because I was like, oh, well, I'll be back in time to like read it. And oh God, I think that was a couple of years ago. And now that I'm looking again to try and get the rest of them, they're on eBay for quite a bit of money. And I almost won an auction the other day, but the seller decided to take them down and relist them for more. And so now I am just going to locate like all three of them for like a little cheaper, and then buy them all because it was rude. It was rude. All right. Oh, almost messed up there. I'm just trying to finish filling this in. I wanted it to be a little bit thicker up more towards this way and for the bottom to come down that way. I might even come down with this over that way. Kind of extend it down a little bit. I like that. All right. So we've gotten the one eye done here. I'm going to go in, I'm going to do the other eye, and then we'll be right back and we can continue talking about Brow Society. All right. We've gotten both eyes done here without incident. I didn't even have to go in and fix any of my lines or anything. Knocking on wood real fast. And simply because it's going to bother me just sitting here working on my eyeshadow and everything, we're going to go in with our little Sephora waterproof and just fill in our waterline down here because it's just going to bug me sitting here like looking at it like that. And I fill in both the top and the bottom here. Especially when I'm going to put on lashes and everything. I don't like any white spots sticking out. If I happen to be doing a shoot or anything like that, I don't want it coming through. I do all my own stunts, I do my makeup, my hair. So my hair always looks so boring because I don't know what to do with it. I am trying to learn. The problem is when I go to braid, if I can't see my fingers, they're useless. They're like, they don't know what they're doing back there. They're like brain disconnect. All right, I am unprepared, so give me 1 second to grab a couple of brushes and we'll be right back to do our little eyeshadow. All right, I've got my brushes here. I've got one for the red, orange, and yellow. So we're going to start with our red. I've got my sugarpill mini here, and we're going to use Game Over. We're going to just pat at it. I've got a flat brush. I'm just going to go all around the edges. And it's all right if I get a little bit in where my eyeliner is. I can always just go back over it. It's not set in stone. Just playing around. And you could even do any number of colors in here. You could do cool colors. You could do like gold. Ooh, red and gold. I like that combination too. That's a really good one. Come up over the crease there. Go a little bit over because I like that for the blend. And then I'm going to come down. Get a little bit. And it's all right if I do both sides of this one down here. Kind of just patting it around on the sides. There we go. I'm going to go in over here. I'm going to do this eye as well. I love the look of this eyeliner. when it dries, it's a very crisp and dark black. I like that up against the white foundation and like the red and everything. It's just a very cool color scheme. I like my colors and the way things look. I'm very particular about things, and at the same time, I'm not. I like all color combinations. There's just some that are really, really good together, like certain reds and greens, like not even like Christmas ones, but like deep reds and bright greens together. Oh, I love the way that that looks. Or like a nice orangey red, too. Ooh. I talk colors all day and get nothing done with my face over here. We'll be sitting here, a 6 hour long video, like, please just do the orange. Oh, we're gonna do the same thing we did to the other side over here. If it comes out a little bit, we'll just puff it out with our finger. Use our finger to buff out the red. Alright. And I pushed so far on this one, I'm going to do the same thing over here. There we go. I don't like how far up I'm going with that one, but just for the sake, we'll do it over there, and then when I go to fix it, it'll look the same on both sides. So we're going to go in, and I think for our orange, we're going to use the same palette, and we're going to use High Score here. And I've got a little bit of a firmer brush so that I can kind of pull around on the reds here and mix them. Yeah, and I like going above the crease because even if I've got my little hooded eye over here, I can still see the eyeshadow. I don't have to walk around like this, making sure everybody gets a good look at all my hard work there. We're going to bring this over just about till all the way at the other side of the lid. And then we're going to come down here and just do kind of the back side and a little bit over the top of this one down here. I'm going to blend it back. There we go. Everything with like long graphic liner going down the eyes always makes me think of a clown look, even though I'm not trying to do it. I'm just like, I have to make sure they know I'm not a clown. I'm not a juggalo in hiding. I promise. Bad joke. If you're a juggalo, I don't judge you. I listened to that stuff in the 4th grade. Banger. And because of this little hood over here, I actually have less to fill in. So that eye is pretty much done. And we're going to do our yellow here. And all right. And we are going to use the, I looked at it earlier and I didn't actually grab it, so that was my bad. But we're going to use the makeupamurder Poison, and we've got the little pastel yellow. And I'm going to just take the little cap off here. Use my little brush. If I get a mess on the table, that's all right. Now we're just going to pat around and fill that in. Oh, I like that yellow. It's very bright. Oh, wow. Pastel and neon at the same time. And I got this out of that same mystery box gift I got. It came with these and the neon ones. There we go. And don't worry about the blend immediately. We can always come back in and finish it up. I'm just happy with how well it's showing up. This little jar is going to last me forever. Holy crap. I had good timing there. I turned to like check my makeup, but I was like, holy crap. Big eyes. very expressive with my face, and it doesn't help that I draw my eyebrows on pretty high up, so no matter what I'm doing, I either look like really excited or just irritated, no matter what. Confused, irritated. Concerned, irritated. Really makes you consider how your face is working, and I never think about it. Face is always getting me into trouble. Alright, we're going to come under here and do the same bottom to this side. Yeah, it looks really good here. I'll do a little close-up here before I go in to fix up all of the eyeliner. Yeah, that looks great. I don't even really, I have to do a little bit of blend with the orange here, but other than that, it's looking really good here. All right. So I'm going to clean up my little mess here. I'm going to go back in with my Anastasia eyeliner and just kind of darken wherever the eyeshadow is over top. Give it a little pat around, maybe some setting spray or whatever, and we'll be right back here to do the little gems. All right. I went in, fixed all my lines and everything. It's looking great. We're very warm colors over here. And I've decided that before we go in with the gems, I'm actually going to do my highlight and everything like that. That way I can just put the gems over top of them instead of trying to remove everything around as I normally would do. Why are you like this? I have my backup here, my Makeupamurder Looks Good Kill palette. Ooh, she's squeaky. Sorry, I did it so many times. We'll take the blue blood shade, which is not blue. It is the whitey yellowy, whitey gold shade. And we're just going to go a little bit over top of that. And that you can definitely see. At least I can. Do a little bit here on our nose. I'm going to take the brush here that I used for the yellow, because maybe it'll leave a little bit of yellow up there. We're going to go right up under our brow. It didn't. It's somehow leaving orange. Why are you leaving orange? It is now one thing, it's another with this face. It's not doing it over here. Maybe I just had a little bit somehow. Alright. And I'm thinking I'm going to put a little bit up here. Just up in that little crevice there. Little crevice by my eye. Crevice by my eye, the crevice in my eye. Words. Alright. Now that we've got a little bit of a highlight going on there, I'm going to go back over with this brush just to blend it out there. And then I actually got these from the thrift store as well. It's got like these orangey yellow type jewels here. I'll show you when they're on my face. Way to go. I'm just embarrassing myself over here. I'm going to dig a couple of those guys out. I'm going to use the orangey red ones and some black ones, and we're going to go ahead and adorn our face. So we'll be right back. I have my little bit of glue here that came with a pack I got off of Amazon, but you can really just use lash glue if you like. It works. I do it sometimes when I don't have this little guy. But I've got a big one of the orangey red, a little one, and two very small little black gems. And we're going to take the one here and just put a little coating of it on the back. And sometimes I do a little bit just where I'm going to put it just to ensure that it stays put. And then, get off my other finger. I'll be right back. I gotta grab it. Face gem, take two. Alright. There we go. That would be me embarrassing myself here. We're going to use the glue to pick up the little one. And I think, get off of my other finger. And you know, they send you a little thing to like put these on and everything. I'll struggle with my fingies and complain the whole dang time about it. And I've got the little black one. I thought it just fell off. Kind of looks like it's going all the way around there. I didn't intend to do that, but my subconscious need for everything to be perfectly spaced out is just coming through for me. It knew I would be irritated later. Get off of that. Yeah. There's gonna be nothing left. Okay. This one. There we go. I kind of like it. I don't know if I want to add a fifth one up top or not, but I think I'm just going to leave everybody where they're at this point. I'm going to go in and fill in the other side there and save you all having to watch me struggle. Unless you like to watch me struggle, in which case let me know. Maybe I'll show it next time. The rest of our gems have been set here, and I really like the way that this one is turning out. We're going to go ahead and go in with our little Too Faced mascara here. I was using this Grande mascara, but it like flakes and it gets in my eye sometimes, and it's not worth the little sample, so we'll go with this guy. He's our tried and true. So we're going to go up from under, give him a little shake here. Gonna fill in our lashes a little bit. And I am having to buy some more false lashes because a certain someone left them a little too low, and while I was at work, a cat happened upon them and I could only find one. So I'm assuming they were laid on and are somewhere around the house, but I don't want to put them back on my eye. All right. We've gotten our mascara on, everything else, and we're going to move on to our lips here. So I've got little points up top and one down here and one within the black before, you know, the red starts to shade out. So I'm not going to worry about the inside one for now. There we go. And I went ahead and went over my lip line with the little point. And then I brought it back down and in as it went further down my lip line there. And I get them. There we go. Ooh. Side's a little bit thinner. That's all right. We will even them out as we go. And then just about. I've got my little old labret piercing there I'm going to use as my spot highlight. A little crooked. It's okay. We'll work on fixing it here. Now, we're going to take our same one we used on our eyebrows, kind of bring it all together here. Our Makeupamurder Deadly Sins lipstick. And I don't want it to blend too much. I kind of want it to just be outlined. So I'm going to do my best to leave those lines alone. And you're probably like, well, why didn't you do your lips and then line it? Because I didn't think of it. And we're here now. Ah. Good thing it's a retainer. Haha. I thought I just like mixed everything. That would have been my own little personal karma there. But it looks like it's on pretty good. I am going to go in here and fill in some finer details with these, and then I will be back and we'll do our lashes. My lips look really smart like this. All right, our lips are all done and our look is coming together here. I'm really enjoying the way that it's looking. My upper point here is a little sideways, so every now and again I'm like, oh, if I move my lips, it'll be center, but it's not going to be center. It's just going to drive me crazy all day. It is looking a little bit more clownish, like I said, than I wanted it to, but maybe that's just me. But maybe once I get the rest of the outfit on, it'll even itself out here. But I've got my terrible conglomeration eyelashes because I lost my other ones and I grabbed the wrong thingy here. So I've got my little lash adhesive here from Duo, and these are just like, I think like 2 or 3 pairs of really thin lashes I had just laying around that I kind of like all glued together to make them look bigger. Those number 5s from Makeupamurder were really, really good, and they were my trusty lashes. That's what I get for being so forgetful. Oh, well. All right. Get a little squishy here. Little hair hanging up top there. Dry. Give it a few seconds, let it do its thing. I always put mine on maybe a little bit too wet, but don't judge me. All right. I always look down, try and find the natural crease in my eye. These are a couple of lashes, and I'm not sure if I had cut them properly, but we shall find out. I kind of pinch my lash and the fake lash together and then push up. There we go. I always have trouble with them, and every time that I say I'm going to have trouble with them, I have less trouble. That looks like a little goatee. Sorry, I distracted myself there for a second. But every time I say that I'm going to have trouble, I don't actually have trouble. So it leads me to, hi, Bubby, hi. Can you hear my little cat? I opened the door because I assumed everyone was napping. That's what I get for the assumptions. We're going to come in with our other set of little monster lashes here. Our little Franken lashes. What are you doing? Ma'am. Ma'am. Come here. You know better. You know better. That's okay. That's why you know better. It's alright. I know. It was probably because I picked her up too. I should have lifted her booty a little bit more, but that's alright. No cat break. No cat break. Drink your water. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Give your cats lots of loving. They're just little guys. I think she's laying on my mic too, so I'm not even sure if you guys can hear any of this. Poor Bertram. Crisis averted. Bertram has been retrieved from the depths of the floor. I've apologized and patted his head. Foxy hasn't been banished, so she hasn't made him that mad yet. But now we can go back here. I should have just done this before we came back, but we had our little cat time, played with our little cat. All three of my cats are very cuddly, but she is by far the neediest of the three. And see, again, I'm covered in cat hair. Alright, I'm going to give it a squish here. I'm rushing myself here. What you doing, Clockman? Clockwork's never far behind. Those two are pretty close despite being pretty far apart in age. He actually likes hanging out with her and everything. And I think it's because she's nice to him, whereas Misfit is a big old meanie puss. Alright, and we're going to come down. Oh, it's stuck to my finger there. There we go. Go across. Now see this one, that's the stuff that I do that bugs me. Whereas this lash comes kind of all the way across. This one's got like this nice little whoosh to it. But I can't accomplish that on this side. So I'm debating on whether or not I should move one of them or if I should just like lean with my face instead of fixing my lashes. Well, despite that little mishap, and I'm sure you can hear her back there flapping, trying to get through, we put plastic on the windows. They're very old windows, so the plastic kind of keeps some of the cold out when it's like super negative out here. And she likes the way that they puff out, so she gets up there and she but it puts a bunch of holes in it, so we don't like that. So I am going to go in, get dressed, do my hair and stuff, and we'll be back with the final ensemble, and I will deal with Window Cat over there. Sounds like she's having more fun than she should be. All right, bye. The final looking ensemble here. I love the way that this warm colored goth look came out. I feel like the only thing that I am missing is a pair of those big chunky like heel clogs that they used to sell at Hottopic with the flames on the side of them. I feel like 800 years old. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Ah, memories. But we can't have those today, so we're making do with what we got. Got a spider clip in our hair. We've got some Hot Topic earrings, a Cast Collective chainmail collar. I love them. I know them personally. They're great. And we've got our Hot Topic dress on. And I actually love this dress for two reasons. It's like thick fabric and it's got pockets. I love me some pockets. And I've got this corset that I've had for so long. I honestly don't even remember where I got it from. Little Kill Star belt down there, and we're all ready to go terrify some children in public. Exactly with that face. Sorry. Anyway, we're gonna move on here, so feel free to subscribe if you enjoyed this look and you want to see some more or some special effects looks that I do. Maybe some DIY in the dungeon. Like, comment, do all the things, but the most important things. Stay well. Stay hydrated. Bye.